One of the first things they say about having a really big experience in your life is to not share it too quickly, because as soon as you say it, it becomes so real, it becomes so cemented, that word, that it can't shift. It's as if you're lying then if you say something else, because when you have a big experience, your initial memory of that is one thing, but as the experience deepens and you process those things, other deeper meanings, more subtle understandings come from within that experience. So it's kind of funny, my experience. I'm going to talk to you today about, particularly about Hypnoseed, is that I took the tea, and then I had various experiences, and I went down to the river on my property, and I was testing trigger mindfulness, and it was really activating. And I went through some of the other points in Hypnoseed, and I just realized that I designed Hypnoseed while I was taking some ayahuasca, and it came up into my mind. And then I made this website, and then I thought, because I'm a hypnotherapist, it's a way, this whole thing is a way of releasing habits and, pure hypnosis. A little bit mindfulness woo-woo, and really it's not quite my bag. But I thought, well, I've made this thing. And through the tea experience, I realized that actually Hypnoseed is a psychedelic tool. It's much more than just breaking a habit. You're given a whole lot of a foundation in consciousness. You're given everything. Basically when I was a kid, when I was younger and I was traveling, and I'd come back to England and speak to my parents and friends and tell them all my tales, they'd say, Philip, you must write a book, you must write a book. But by the time it came to writing a book, apps and websites were the thing. And that's how I've shared my knowledge. And my knowledge is actually of the path towards enlightenment. Not saying that I'm enlightened, I'm saying that that path is fascinating to me. And I very much admire the people who I, in my own mind, feel enlightened, that I come close to them and I can feel their beautiful soul and deep understanding of the nature of everything. And so I realized that Hypnoseed was actually I had actually designed this complete journey with a very thorough warm-up exercise into the trip day, and then a lot of integration. There's the whole process there, there's everything. And really, the psychedelic amplifies everything. It allows you to focus, it brings truth to your understanding. You can see things for what they are, so they no longer have a hold on you. So that was my really big revelation, that I needed to change Hypnoseed to become this psychedelic companion, self-mastery through self-hypnosis. But also I asked the medicine, what is it about Hypnoseed? Tell me about it. Let my intuition show me. And actually what came up was like, stop taking yourself so seriously, Philip. Everything in life is like theatre. It's like an improv show. You don't know what's going to happen. Everything is changing, and you can't take everything too seriously. Yes, Hypnoseed might be revolutionary and a really good new way of dealing with mental health and imbalance and everything, but it's just another website. It's another consciousness tool. And is it special? Well, it's special for me, but it's just another thing. And so with that in mind, I realized that actually I do just need to let it go. This is my project. I don't have any investors. I don't have anyone telling me how I should do it. I have no compromise. I'm the authentic person. I've been doing this for since I was 22. I'm 55 now. And so I've been really on this, and there's not many other people at this stage of life who's been doing the consciousness thing for so many years. And in a way, I'm at the top of my tree, and yet I also am involved in, I love the idea of the digital world. And so I have these two skills, and that is an advantage. And yet it isn't, because it isn't the best things that work. It isn't the best band that gets the record contract. There's a kind of luck involved. So that's where I'm at with it. That's what I came back from the trip, is to enjoy Hypnoseed, to turn it into a psychedelic companion, because for me, I don't want to take psychedelics with a big group of people. I took my tea on my own. I don't want to listen to other people's stuff. This is like my opportunity. Time is so precious in there. That moment when you've ingested and you're waiting to really start going, and then particularly, let's say with ayahuasca, like an hour and 15 minutes into taking it, you then you go from 0 to 100, and for the next 45 minutes, you've got the most epic story. And that moment really needs to be protected and held. I don't want to listen to people throwing up. I don't want to listen to some kind of Amazonian pub band shouting songs at me. I want deep focus and concentration. Those moments of silence when finally the Amazonian pub band stops singing, and there's that moment of silence, and the silence is where the magic lies. In that moment, there's so much knocking over the puke buckets, the water, the rearrangement, as opposed to the silence being very intense, very held, very quiet space where you're in this pattern, and suddenly there's silence, and you go into that silence with that pattern still running. Not bang, and all that stuff. I mean, really, it's good to do it alone, and that's why Hypnoseed actually gives you, perhaps just a couple of friends, the opportunity to really go deep and do something with your trip. We all hear about psychedelics and what are they and so on. Oh, we have to go and see a facilitator, and oh, this person's really good, or that person's like a sex pest, and all these stories. I mean, really, you know. So Hypnoseed is a facility offered to go deep inside, you know, and so the tea was kind of revolutionary for me. It kind of changed my direction, and that's the beautiful thing. The psychedelics, you really see things for what they are. You can't carry on with as someone said to me once, your false accountancy, Philip. You can't go on with that. Everything's just real. And the people maybe who are scared of the psychedelics are actually scared a little bit of the truth, you know, like to face the music. So you're going to see some posts and information all about this, and I just urge people to have a look inside Hypnoseed, see what it's all about. Look at the free oracle readings and gain that first suggestion mantra for yourself, to start gaining the understanding that your words govern everything. My words, they're in my thoughts, they're everything. They create my whole life. And like as I started in this conversation, as soon as you say something, you put meaning into a word, that word becomes solidified and concrete. And these words, they govern everything. And just like a butterfly flapping its wings, in the same way, just changing a few words within your consciousness, within your linguistic programming, shifts the whole pattern, like butterfly flapping its wings. So, may all beings be happy.